So a few days ago, me and my friends watched a movie called Obsession at the movie theaters because we were recommended by people online saying that the movie was really good and that was peak and whatnot. And after watching the movie, I have some opinions, I'd say. So today we're going to be discussing on whether or not Obsession is worth your time and money or just simply overhyped. Anyways, onto the video. Now, there's 5 things that make the Obsession movie really good. And its first being its soundtrack. You see, I just love the soundtrack of Obsession and how it fits in with the movie so well and how it enriches every single scene in the movie. A good example of this is when Barry and Nikki go out for a date and Nikki pulls up with the no, 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 and the music in the background makes me jump, you know? It makes me scared. It makes me feel for the characters even more. And I just like that about the movie, you know? It's like you're in their shoes at that moment, experiencing the same things that they are experiencing right now. And how it makes a lot of the other scenes 10 times more scarier. And it just makes it so much disturbing and it fits in so well with the atmosphere. Now, on to number 2, which is theme/moral. You see, I just love the idea on how Bear is someone who's trying to cling on to his fantasy with Nikki and is not willing to let go no matter the circumstances, no matter how many times Nikki's suffering or no matter how many times other people are suffering because of his shitty decisions. It's not until Sarah dies where he realizes that, he's wrong and tries to, undo the curse that he put upon Nikki. But by then it's way too late and, the ending happens, obviously, which I'm going to get to later. But yeah, I just like the idea on how Bear is just like the villain of the movie, technically. And the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. On how Bear is just trying to use people for his own things, on how he's not trying to let go of that whole situation with Nikki. And a good example of this is when Nikki's begging Bear. She's clearly begging for him to kill her because she's suffering, she's suffering pain because of Bear. But Bear just brushes it off, saying that, why don't you just want to be with me? And then leaves, It's like, bro, care about other people too, Nikki's suffering because of you, and your friends die because of your selfish decisions, dude. Like, let go, bro. Anyways, number 3 is characters. See, I just love the characters and how they do their role properly, You got Bear clinging on to his fantasy with Nikki and the consequences to his decisions. You got Sarah, who's trying to become the next artist and applying for different colleges or whatnot. You got Ian, who's a shitty friend and I hate him, but he does do his job pretty well. And then you got Nikki, the obsessive girlfriend who, thanks to Bear, is possessed by the fucking Willow and whatnot. And yeah, they all do their jobs pretty well. And how every character is different from one another and how they all bring their own sets of qualities and personalities to the table. They're not just a bunch of NPCs roaming around waiting to get killed by, Nikki or other circumstances. They're all different and they all have their personalities and you can resonate with each and every one of them. Now, on to number 4, which is the Willow. You see, I love the One Wish Willow, the whole idea behind it, on how you just have to break a stick and say a wish. And there's consequences to that wish, but I just like the whole idea of it. Especially that one scene where Bear calls the number at the back of the box and the guy's just like, yo, you want to talk to Nikki? And you just hear Nikki screaming on the fucking phone, That shit was so scary. And I'm like, how the hell is Nikki on the phone? And like, how did he do that? And who is even that guy? You know what I'm saying? And how does the One Wish Willow work? I mean, there's theories going around that Sandy, the dead cat, possessed Nikki, or, Nikki is trying to imitate the dead cat or whatever. But it's like, how does that work? What's the rules behind the One Wish Willow? I like the mysteries behind it, and how it just did its purpose in the movie and that's it. They don't over-explain it and they don't like keep it so mysterious. They just give enough that it just does its purpose and then that's it. And I really wish we could see more of that One Wish Willow. Now, on to number 5, which is the ending. Alright, this is like the section that I feel like everyone wants me to talk about, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. The ending is really satisfying, I just love how the ending ties everything up together and the emotional weight it has, especially that scene where Bear goes in and accepts the fact that, he has to let go of Nikki and starts taking a lot of pills and tries to overdose, but then Nikki makes a wish saying that I hope that Bear loves me more than anyone in the world. And then you see Bear come out of the washroom, they share a romantic moment, and then he dies. And then Nikki wakes up and screams in terror as to like, what the fuck just happened? And she just gets traumatized by everything. All her friends are dead, including Bear. Bear, and she just left to clean up the mess. And I just love that ending so much. You know, I just love how it ties in with everything, and I just love how the emotional weight behind that ending was just so good, especially Nikki's scream at the end, you know, now that she's like traumatized for the rest of her life thanks to Bear. As well as how it's left ambiguous, you know? We don't know what happens to Nikki in the end. Does she escape? Is she running away from the government? Does she get arrested? Like, what happens to her? So yeah, that's all the good parts to Obsession. On to the iffy parts, if you know what I mean. Now, I wouldn't say there's any like bad parts to Obsession, but there's some like iffy to interesting things I want to talk about. And one of those things being it's disturbing. You know, Obsession could be very disturbing. Like that one scene where like, you know, Nikki's eating the cat, or Nikki makes Bear eat his own cat. Like, that's just messed up, bro. Like, what the hell are we doing? And like, what was Nikki doing to Sarah after she killed her? Like, what was she doing with her dead body? Like, was she eating her dead body? Like, I don't know. Like, let me know in the comments. But it's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, and the Nikki crash out scenes were just like very disturbing, all right? Like that one scene where she's like watching Bear sleep and she's in the corner crying. Like, I swear her face was like disfigured or something. Like, oh my goodness. Like, don't get me wrong, that's what made the movie good, you know? That's what made the movie like stand out. But still, like, holy shit, I did not expect the movie to be like this disturbing. But yeah, like, I wouldn't say it's bad because of that. Like, I like the disturbing scenes. I feel like it fit into the story more, but it's just like something I want to talk about. Now, on to the big question. Is Obsession worth your time and money, or is it just overhyped and just horror slop? And in my opinion, it is so much worth it. Guys, go watch Obsession right now, you know? I would recommend anyone to go watch Obsession. The movie is so fucking peak. It's so good, and I just love the movie, you know? Especially how it was such a low budget and how it made so much money and how good it was, you know? From a low budget, you know what I'm saying? And that's just crazy on how insane the movie is. And I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. Anyways, please like and subscribe to this video and comment down below if you agree with me with this, or did you like the movie or not, and what's some opinions and theories. You know, let's get some theories going on about Obsession in the comments down below. And also, next week I'm going to make a video comparing both the Backrooms and Obsession movies together, seeing which one's better and whatnot. So if you haven't seen the Backrooms video that I made like last week, go watch that please. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.